on. But what I'm doing right now, have you ever had a dream, and in the dream you really felt God speaking to you in the dream? Raise your hand if you've ever had that happen. That's quite a few. There's quite a few. I had a dream about 4 years ago, and in that dream, I had two words come to me, and the two words were racial reconciliation. And this was long before what happened with George Floyd and all the struggle and upheaval we've had. And I sort of said, God, what is that? And God just said, I want you to be a part of racial reconciliation. I'm like, okay, what's that? So I start looking into the life of Harriet Tubman. You see the picture up here, Harriet Tubman? She was an absolutely amazing person, and I didn't know much about her. She actually took 19 trips down to the South, and she got freedom seekers, slaves, and brought them to the North. And she risked her life over and over and over and over again. An amazing hero. And it wasn't just that. She had to do these walks in the middle of the night. During the day, there would be slave catchers, people trying to catch her. And this was only 170 years ago. This wasn't that long ago in our country. And they had to go to the North, and she would bring them to the North. But the problem, there was this Fugitive Slave Act. And what happened is they would take those slaves to the North and bring them back. And by the law, they could do that. So she had to take them to Canada, to a small town called St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. And I started looking this up. It happened to be, I grew up in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. So I contacted the lady at the chapel where she used to worship, called Salem Chapel. And the lady said, my name's Rochelle. And I go, what's going on? She says, well, it happens to be that this building, this chapel, was built by freedom seekers, slaves in the 1850s, and it needs historic restoration. It just happens to be, as Shara knows, and John, my company is one of the largest in America that does historic restoration. And so I said to her, how can we help you? And she said, we have 7 members left in the chapel. We don't know what to do. We want to restore this. I said, we're going to come restore it. We're going to raise $3 million to restore that chapel to the legacy of what Harriet Tubman did. And Harriet Tubman wasn't just a social activist. She followed God. She called on God. God, guide me. And she never lost a single soul. Of those hundreds of people, slaves that she brought to the door, she never lost one. So what we're going to do on July 4th at 10 a.m. at Lincoln Park, we're unveiling a statue of Harriet Tubman. This is monumental. This is huge for LA and this whole area. It's going to be right over here at Lincoln Park, 10 a.m. on July 4th. We're going to unveil that statue. We have Alveda King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. She's coming from Atlanta, Georgia, and she is leading a unity walk from Lincoln Park around the neighborhood back to Lincoln Park. It is going to be amazing. And so there was a time to protest, and we've had a lot of protests, right, in the last few years? But isn't there a time to unite, right? So we're going to have, thank you. So we're going to have black, brown, white, indigenous, Indian, Native American, whatever it is, everybody walking together. We've got LAPD, Pomona PD, and community walking together. Defund the police. No, we got to walk together. You know, united we stand, divided we fall. So we're going to be united in this event. That's what's happening at 10 a.m. right here in Lincoln Park. And we just want everybody to be involved in that unveiling of the statue, the unity walk with Alveda King, Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. The next thing, we'll go back to slide number 1, and you can see what we're doing. Unity Day LA, it's at the Fairplex. This is a fundraiser to raise that money for Salem Chapel. And so Night of Champions, celebrity boxing, we can go to the 3rd slide. That's the Unity fundraiser for Celebrity Night of Champions for that. Final stop of the Underground Railroad. This Salem Chapel was the final stop of the Underground Railroad. A lot of people don't know that. St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Next. Sharing the Dream Together, 10 a.m. Lincoln Park. Next. This is what we got. We got Kaboom Fireworks on July 4th. You probably know about that. But there's going to be all kinds of celebrity boxing. We got Ryan Garcia's brother, Sean Garcia, fighting against Israel Mercado. He's from Pomona. Those are pro boxers, amateur boxers. We got comedy boxing. We got Pomona PD, Tim Ugarte versus Raymond Pineda, LA Sheriff. That's going to be cool. Chico DeBarge, Aaron Carter, Darius Love. We got the Mosley family. And next, we got a lot of music. Next slide. Kaboom Fireworks. We got Jaquez, Ray J, Aaron Carter, Cumbia Kings, Lakeside, Gap Band, Chico DeBarge, Molly Music, Wild Bunch, and a bunch more. And we just added on a couple more bands. So Buxing, Fun Zone. So come to that. You may not even love the music, but just come, because every dollar spent is going to be raised towards Salem Chapel and bring that together. So thanks for letting me share. Did I get my 5 minutes, Shelly? I did it under 5 minutes. I'm really good. I did a good job. Thanks. July 4th, come be there.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's awesome. As a resident of Lincoln Park, I'm very excited. I mean,